Okay. We have already discussed pre and post tribulation, why I think the rapture won't happen pre tribulation, and I'm guessing that the rapture won't happen post tribulation either. Because that why have one when everything's already happened and God's just gonna put you back with the other people. But I can't see why he would have one post tribulation. Um, and not to save his people from something instead. But on the mid tribulation, it's kind of difficult because the only time that God could really see, I don't think he's going to come pre tribulation, and that's because the RFID chip is already out there and being taken, which means people will already be being sent to hell later. Um, so if God's going to not protect his people from that, and that's the mark of the beast right there, um, it makes you wonder who if he's going to protect them. But it makes you think the pre-tribulation, he's probably not going to come pre-tribulation. Now, if anyone sees Apollo becoming king, that will be the white horse. So that will, right there, that will stop pre-tribulation from being possible if you see Apollo become king. Um, but then the next rapture that's possible is the mid-tribulation rapture. And that's when the Jewish temple has already gone up, and the the Jewish temple has already gone up, and Apollo has walked into the Jewish temple, made a peace agreement, but the only time that can happen is not the first, second, or third seal, but the fourth seal, like before, like after the third seal, sometime after the third seal and to the fifth seal, he has a time there where he could rapture the people if he wanted to come then. But the Bible also says no one knows the day nor the hour. Um, so that's a possibility. As far as I can see, I don't see anything preventing it, and there's nothing stupid like he would save his people from forcefully taking the mark of the beast. I believe that's a possibility that it's mid tribulation. But then there's always the people that say they don't say. We already discussed post tribulation and pre tribulation, and we found them both to not be probably what's going to happen. The mid tribulation is difficult because it's got to happen around the time of the fourth horse, when a fourth of the world dies when death and hell crosses them. Um, but the last thing that we did not discuss at all is what if there is no rapture whatsoever, and that is. I always thought that the Bible. I hear a lot of people say the Bible may have been mistranslated there when they say that when Jesus says, as lightning goes from east to west, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. Well, that may be being misinterpreted because it may be Jesus is mentioned in Revelation, but he's not mentioned as showing up until he shows up with the line of his saints behind him, like thousands and thousands of saints behind him, all on white horses. So that may be that he actually is that's when they're speaking of the time when he actually comes back as a possibility, and that there is no rapture is the possibility. No one really wants to face that possibility because we know the RFID chip's already out, and we know if they get as strict as they have been in times past, this could be really, really a very, very, very bad time. So, but that's the other thing we haven't discussed is no rapture at all. And I'd like to look into that and see what's going on, because we've got people saying basically that we're going to be beheaded. And the rapture is not going to save you from being beheaded. And the rapture is not going to save you from the hunger and thirst either when you can't buy or sell.